On your mark, get set,
I'm Lorin Wilson, elite ultra runner and RunLab Clinical Gait Specialist, and I'm going to talk to you guys today about how coordination plays a role in running. So a lot of times when we hear the word coordination, we think of hand-eye coordination, so the ability to dribble a basketball or kick a soccer ball or catch a baseball. But in the context of running, what we mean by coordination is the ability to activate the proper muscles to perform the proper movement pattern at the right time. So can I coordinate the movement that I'm trying to perform and tell my body how to move in the way that I want it to move? Can I control my arms? Can I control my spine? Can I control my hips, my knees, and my ankles in that specific movement? So a lot of times to develop these movement patterns and to develop coordination in running here in the clinic, what we do is exaggerate the movement patterns we're trying to do. So if you're doing some butt kicks, or you're doing some skips, or you're doing some high knees, what you're doing is you're taking your body through a greater range of motion, and every time you do that, your brain starts to create this pathway from the brain down to the muscle, down to the joint, and it starts to reinforce that pathway, make it more efficient, make it more coordinated. So if you can control your limbs in that greater range of motion and in movement patterns that look very similar to what you're trying to achieve, well, that means when you don't pick up your feet as much, when you don't pick up your knees as much, you're going to have more control over it because you're used to controlling your body doing a greater range of motion, which also is going to imply under higher force loads as well during that. So like I was just showing you, those are really big exercises that we like to do to develop that coordination. Is going to be butt kicks and butt kick variations. It's going to be skips and skip variations, and then it's going to be high knees and different variations of those exercises, because the butt kick works on that initial swing phase and that push off, so it's going to bring that leg behind me through that range of motion. The skip is good because it works on the middle of the swing phase, the end of the swing phase, that knee drive right there, pushing my body forward, that hip flexion as well, and also you get a little hopping in there, so it reinforces that part of the movement pattern, that elastic component. And then the high knees also work on, again, getting that proper hip flexion at the terminal end of the swing phase. And then it also just reinforces, you can't really overstride or anything like that when you're doing butt kicks, or you're doing skips, or you're doing high knees. So it really reinforces your foot coordination, your leg coordination, and where your foot is in relation to your hip. So you just try to teach your body those different mechanics and those different movement patterns, and getting the awareness from your body as well. So that's going to be coordination. If you're not doing different drills to enhance your coordination and to enhance your movement skill, I recommend you start incorporating them as a part of warm-ups or as a part of cool-downs for your running, for your workouts, or even before your strength training sessions, because just the more coordinated you are, the better you're able to tell your body what to do at the right time, and the more repetition you get, and that becomes subconscious, becomes muscle memory, that's just going to enhance your running performance, going to enhance your lower your probability of being injured, and just enhance your enjoyment of running if you're not having to think about the movement you're trying to perform all the time.